welcome to Ultimate International School. We are going to embark on what? Excursion to what? They have here Sir Kelvin and Sir Etona. They are going to brief us about the excursion that we are going to embark, why we are going, and the places that we will be going. So first of all, Sir Kelvin, you are welcome to what? Activity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Billy. US, welcome to Ultimate International School. Today we are embarking on an educational tour. But I would like to give you a brief talk about Ultimate International School. This school was set up in the year 2011 with 5 children at Tabura number 3 by good grace. Now we are having more than 400 students. And the name of our brightness is Miss Divine Johnson Amengo, and our teacher's name is Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Sir Kelvin. Thank you, sir. So, Sir Etona, so what are some of the places that we will be embarking on today?
Today, God willing, we'll be making a trip to the University of Ghana, where we'll go and look at the campus and also make a visit to their hospital. From there, we are expecting going to Akosombo Dam to go and see where we generate our electricity power we use, and back to Shiloh. So I think that is what we will do.
Okay, so Sir Kelvin, what are some of the things that we are expecting, or some of the expectations, why the children are going there?
Oh, our expectation is very, very massive because it's an educational tour. Aside the fun that we are going to have, the children are also going to learn a lot of things. Because we have potential doctors and nurses. That's the reason why we embark into the tour to the Lebanon Teaching Hospital. Also, we want the children to have a feel of tertiary education. That's the reason why we embark on the tour to the Lebanon University. And also at the Akosombo Dam, we want the children to know how power is generated in the country. So it's about education. And the expectation is that by the end of this excursion, the children are going to learn a lot of things, and they will come back with a lot of ideas to tell their parents in their respective ways.
Thank you, Sir Kelvin. Sir Etona, your final say, or what do you have for the children and parents that are watching and the viewers that are also watching?
Yes, Ultimate is the best, and this is an exciting moment for we, the teachers, and as well the learners. We are expecting the maximum best, and I think this trip will be full of a lot of information, a lot of things for us to learn as facilitators as well as learners as well. So we are encouraging parents as well to look out for the best. When our walls are back, we should also take the time to find out about how the trip went, so that at least they can also be brief on some of the things that we are going to learn there. Yeah, I think that is my
Thank you, Sir Kelvin. Thank you, Sir Etona. So as we will be embarking on this excursion, they will be briefing us, or they will be talking to us about some of the places. When we get there, they will give us the updates. So it will be posted on the platform Activity TV. So when you get to Legon, Sir Kelvin will come in again, Sir Etona will come in. When you get to Akosombo, when you get to the Shai Hill, they will all come in and talk to us or educate the children about the purpose of our excursion. So Sir Kelvin,
Daniel, in a nutshell, I would like to say a very big thank you to our ultimate parents for the massive support they are giving to their children. God bless them. And I know that what they are investing in their children, definitely, in the years to come, they will reap it. We thank them very much for the support they are giving us.
thank you so much, Sir Kelvin. God bless you. So Sir Etona, do you have anything to do?
I think I don't have anything more to say. Just as you said, when we get there, we still keep updating our parents on current issues of our families.
So thank you, viewers. So the full video will be posted on Activity TV. We'll give you all the updates about the excursion. So thank you. We will go for what? The excursion. Thank you very much.
Excursion day has come. I know that it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I want you to be good boys, be good girls, be good boys and good girls wherever we go. Be disciplined. Try and take instructions so that we'll all have a very smooth journey. Okay? All right. So, the Jama, where's the Jama? Where is the Jama King? The Jama Queens. Jama Queens and Kings, where are you? Where are the drummers?
With their sticks.
In
drum. Bring the drum, builder. Bring the drum. You are in Legon, University of what? Ghana.
America.
So, Sir Kevin, what do you have to tell our viewers about Legon, the medical sector?
Currently, we are the University of Ghana Medical Center, whereby we want our learners to go and have a view about how in the future those who are patients is, and also learn a lot of things from the police. And we are expecting that our learners are going to ask a lot of questions so that at the end of the day, what
What are you also going to add about Legon medical sector?
Oh, actually, I'll say, first of all, it's a nice area to be, and the atmosphere and the environment here. Full experience of what they are anticipating to become in the future. Majority of them wants to become medical personnel, and today they will have the opportunity to interact with some of the medical practitioners that we have in the yard here. All that I want to say about the whole experience here is that our learners, I believe that I trust them. Like Sir Kelvin said, they'll be asking a lot of questions, and as regarding their various professions and stuff. So we are looking forward to that.
Okay. So before we go there,
learners to take note of or learn from that place?
I think first of all we have to go to the outpatient department, the OPD. Then we'll move to the various wards. Then lastly, maybe you can go to the laboratory for them to also see the facilities. And what I can say also is this place is a very nice place. The environment is serene, and I think at the end of the day, our expectations are going to be met.
Thank you very much. Sir Tonam, before we go inside, your final.
Okay, I just want to encourage my learners that when they go in, different sorts and kinds of sickness and stuff, so nurse won't be tolerated in there, and they should be also careful and vigilant because this yard is full of, hospitals. There are a lot of things here, chemicals and other this thing. Sometimes, so I just want to encourage and caution my learners that when they get in there, they should.
So without really wasting time, we are side for also ask meaningful questions. Their professions and we are going to complete it. Now, let's go there. Thank you.
Last hour.
How are you? Are you happy to be here? How many of you have been to a hospital before? Hey, all of you. How many of you have been to UGMC before? How many of you have been to this hospital before? I see a hand there. Have you been here before? Oh, come forward. Why did you come in here? Were you the one who was sick? He was sick. All right, so we are welcome.
Thank you.
And this is the University of Ghana Medical Center. Here we have 3 areas. Our focus is on 3 areas. We have the clinical services, that is the main hospital, the OPD and all the other specialties. Then we have the medical training and the simulation center. And then we have the research center of the hospital. So the clinical services, we are focused on providing medical services to our clients. So you realize when you fall sick, you come in, you see a doctor, you go through the lab, you go through the pharmacy, they give you your medications, and then you get better and then you are gone. Here we also have the medical training and simulation, where we train people who want to be health professionals or people who are already training to be health professionals. So we undertake certain trainings here, but the basic ones we do is the basic life support for all individuals or the lay public, apart from the health workers. And then we have the research center where we do
research as well. So we'll have a tour of the center. Feel free to ask questions. We'll have some professionals come to speak to you. We'll have someone from the imaging. I'm sure whilst you had the opportunity to go to hospitals, you've seen the machines that they use to maybe do some x-rays, some scans on your bodies to see what is going on in your body. You have the opportunity to speak to a laboratory personnel, so that you know what they do. Okay, so that you can be well informed on what they do, and then you can make decisions for your careers as well,
Sure.
or to guide you in your career path. Okay, so feel free to ask questions. We'll have a few health professionals come in soon to speak to you, and then we'll have a tour of the place. Okay, so once again, you are formally welcome.
Thank you.
Those who deal with the mechanics, that's the devices themselves, the manufacturers, and we have those who deal with the electricals, right? And then we have those who do the software part of it. They usually do the programming of the devices and how they work. And then we have in the lab also, we have those who do the tissue engineering, the cloning and all that. So here, like I said earlier, we do clinical engineering. Basically all we do is repair of devices, calibration of devices, inventory is keeping track of all the devices that we have, the manufactured dates, if they are to have any issues. I mean, that's just to make us well aware of what we have and the condition in which they are in. And then we also do maintenance from time to time so that our devices would be in a good condition, so that if we need to use a device immediately, it's not now that we have to be running around because there's an issue. You know, when you do maintenance, then you know the condition in which the device is in, so at all times it's up and running. So what do we have? We will go first to emergency and diagnostics, and in that building we have radiology, which is the imaging aspect, those who deal with the imaging devices, CT, angio, x-ray, ultrasound, MRI. That's where they are. And then we also have the labs. So now we are all going to move to building one for the imaging devices, and then the lab devices. I hope you enjoy the store, and then we don't bore you with too much talk. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. How are we all? I'm also fine, very fine, thank you too. Um, Welcome to EGMC. This is the radiology department. This is the CT room. This is where we do our CT examinations. Um, CT means computed tomography. When we talk about CT, it's a machine that uses radiation to produce images of the internal body. So when someone has maybe a broken part of the body, or maybe the person has a bleed in the, if I'm talking, maybe if I'm saying something you don't understand, just let me know, okay? Because I know you are very young. So if someone has maybe bleed in the brain, or someone has an accident, you want to know what's wrong with the person is unconscious, you want to know what's wrong with the person, you can do a CT scan, and then to help you know what's going on in the person's brain or any part of the body. Maybe when your tummy is hurting you, you don't know what's wrong, you're telling your mommy, "Mommy, my tummy is hurting." Your mommy can't look at you and know what's going on in your tummy. When you go to your doctor can't just look at you and know what's going on in your tummy. You have to do a CT scan, and a CT scan is what will help to show whatever is going on in your tummy. You get it? So the CT uses radiation, and there's a tube in there which you can't see. There are detectors in here as well. So when you are being put on this bed, the bed will move you in. So it's a movable bed. So for instance, when someone wants to do like a CT scan of the head, you put the person down, the head will be here, and then you move the person in. The tube is in there. There are detectors. The detectors are what will capture the images that are being produced from the tube. You get it? Yeah, so the bed will move you in, and then the images will be taken. Then they'll be captured by the detectors, and they'll be sent into a console. I'll take you in there when you're done with this. So they'll be sent to a console. A console is a PC that will help display So you see the images of whatever is going on in the person's head, or every part, or any part of the body, the part of the body you are examining. Are you okay? Is there any question you want to ask? Okay. So there are a lot of things that can cause bleeding in the brain. For example, if you get an accident and you hit your head, or maybe you slip and you hit your head against something, there can be a bleed going on in your brain. The lifestyle, the food we eat, if you don't exercise a lot, old age too, if you have high blood pressure, there are a lot of things that can make you have bleed in your head. Any other question? Feel free. Feel free. You can ask any question. You can ask any question you want.
Is how many years does it take you to be a medical doctor?
Okay. So if you want to be in this profession, I'm a radiographer. I'm not a medical doctor. So for you to, are you talking about being a radiographer or a medical doctor? A radiographer, you have to go to the university and study for 4 years. So you study radiography or medical imaging for 4 years, and then you can become a radiographer. But you can further and become maybe a specialist, or and that will give you the doctor title.
Sir, please, when you were talking, you said that when the head is in this, you
Mhm.
are able to see images.
Yes.
So, like, is it like what the person is thinking about or the skeletal?
Okay, so in your brain, in your head, what this thing I'm touching is made up of the skull. The skull is the bone, and then within the bone there are tissues in the. That's what we call the brain. You get it. So that's what you are going to see. You're going to see if there's a bleed that is there, maybe a blood that is there that is not supposed to be there. You get it. The blood is supposed to be in the blood vessels. So when the blood vessels rupture and they are in the brain, they will cause intracranial pressure in the head.
Sir, please, what is the reading for the internal bleeding?
The reason for internal bleed,
The reading.
the region for
Internal bleeding.
internal bleed. So the bleed can happen anywhere in your head, depending on, for example, if you hit your head, this part on this part of, if you hit this side of your head against something, you can get the bleed around that side. So the bleed doesn't have any specific place in the head that you can say that the bleed is always in this part. The bleed can happen anywhere, and not just your head. You can have bleed in even your abdomen. So that will also be called intra-abdominal bleed. So you can have bleed anywhere. So not just the head. The scan is not just for your head, it's for any part of your body. You can do even a CT scan of your shoulder, your abdomen, your legs, every part of your body. You can do a CT scan for your body. Yeah.
Please, how many teaching hospitals do we have in Ghana?
Teaching hospitals. For now, I don't know the number of teaching hospitals offered, but we have quite a number of teaching hospitals in Ghana. So I know we have Tamale, we have 37, we have Kolebu, we have here um, Rage Hospital. Yes. There's an oxygen cylinder. So when someone needs more oxygen, you just connect the oxygen tube.
Please, after the people have been scanned, where do they take them to?
So it depends on what is wrong with the person. When the person is unconscious, when you are done with the scan, the person will be taken to the ward, and the doctors will look at the images that we've produced, and then they'll be able to tell what's wrong with the person, and then the doctors will take it from there. You get it? So you don't know what's wrong with the person. That's why you're doing the CT scan. You don't know what's going on in the person's head or the abdomen. That's why you're doing a CT scan. So when you are done doing the CT, the doctors will take over. They'll look at the images and then they'll be able to tell what's wrong with the person. And then they'll decide what to do next. Any other question? You can feel free. Feel free, okay? You can ask any question you want. Okay, so as I'm saying now, when we are done taking the detectors will reconstruct the images and it will be sent to the console area, and then you see whatever is going on in the person's head or any part of the body. You get it? If you don't have a question, I'll ask you a question now. Okay.
Sir, please, what are the courses I have to do in SHS to be a medical doctor?
In SHS?
Yes, sir, the
Okay,
courses.
in SHS you have to do science. If you don't do science, it'll be difficult for you to do. I know some people do home econs, and some way somehow they find their way doing our course, but it will be more easier for you if you do science in SHS. If you do general art, it will be quite difficult because they'll need your biology and you can't do that in general art. So it will be more easier for you if you read science in SHS.
Sir, please, is it only your head that goes into the machine or
So it depends on the part of the body you are scanning. So if you are scanning the head, it means the head will come here. If you are scanning the abdomen, the head will come this way, and then the abdomen will come this way. So it means um, so if you are doing the head, for instance, the head will be here, and then you scan the person. But if you are doing an abdomen, the person's head will come here, and then the feet will come here. Then the abdomen will rather move. You understand? So the person's head will be here. So I'll be lying down like this. So my head will be here and my abdomen will be there. So I'll scan the abdomen rather. But if you are doing the head scan, the head will rather be in there and the legs will be here. Is that okay?
yes, please?
Sir, please, what is this used for?
This one, okay. This which red button?
The white one.
Oh, this is mainly electrical. This is an electrical circuit. It's for the lighting system. It's not about the machine. Yeah.
The white one.
Which one?
The white one.
Which one? This.
Yes.
Okay. So there are instances where it's called a power injector. A power injector. I'll ask you again. Don't forget. It's called a power injector. So there are instances where maybe you want to do a scan for a person, and maybe the person has a mass or an abnormality. When I talk about an abnormality, it means something that is in the body that is not supposed to be there. You get it? You want to know what is it. Sometimes when you do the scan without giving a medication called a contrast, this is the contrast. So this is it. It's a medication that we give to the patient that helps us to see whatever is going on in the person's body properly. If we can't see it on the scan done without the contrast, we give this and then to let you see whatever is going on in the person's body properly. So this is the machine that helps us push this drug into the body. So this what you are seeing here is the drug. So we fill this machine with the drug. So we connect this tube. We set a line for the patient, and then we connect this tube to it. And then when you are doing the scan, we just give the instructions to the machine to push the medication to the body. And then
Please, is it painful? Is it painful?
So we just it's a computer system. So it's like so you can just so if I press here for instance, the liquid is start coming out. So you can see it's coming out. You get it? So I can control this from the other end as well. So when a patient is here, I'll control it from the other end, and then the medication will start coming out and enter into the person's body.
Please, I was saying, is the process painful?
Come again.
Is the process painful?
Process painful?
Yes.
No, it's not painful. When you're lying down, you don't feel anything. The way you are feeling now, do you feel any pain?
No.
It's the same thing. So you just be lying down. It's like you're at home and you're lying in your bed. You don't feel any pain. So you just lie down, and then the machine will be scanning you. You don't even see the machine scanning you because it will be running in this, so you don't see it. You just be lying down, the machine will be scanning you. While the machine is scanning, the bed will be moving while it's scanning you.
Okay. Please, does the liquid make the patient sleep?
No, it doesn't make you sleep, but it depends. Sometimes it will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Depends. It's not every patient feels uncomfortable. Sometimes you feel some slight heat running through your body for some few seconds. Sometimes you feel like a metallic taste in your mouth. Sometimes you might feel difficulty breathing, but it's relative. Not everybody feels it. Some people do it and they don't feel anything at all. You don't feel anything. You get it?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask them one question. Okay. So when we were starting, I told you the meaning of a city, right? Who remembers? That's the only question I'm asking you. Okay. So what's the meaning of a city? Yes.
And the human body.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
You said CT means computer tomography, and the machine uses radiation to scan the human body.
Yes, that's it. All right. So we're done.
Assists medical doctors diagnose illnesses. So we do this with a lot of equipment. We have X-ray, we have CT, we have ultrasound, then we have MRI. So we are currently at our MRI units. MRI means magnetic resonance imaging. Um, anyone here with any knowledge about magnets? Who knows about magnets? Okay, can you tell me something about a magnet?
Magnets are some kind of rock that attract to metal.
Perfect, perfect. So basically, that is what we are using to produce our images here. Okay, so we have a big magnet, as you can see in there. It's a very big magnet. So once we put you inside, the machine is able to form the images for us. And the human body itself is a magnet. We are all magnets, but we don't attract metals because the strength of the magnets in our bodies is very small. Okay, but when we put you inside the machine is able to pick that small signal, then form the images for us to see. Okay, so we can scan your head, your neck, your chest, your abdomen, your heart, every part of your body. We can scan with this machine. Okay, so as you can see, what my colleagues are doing, we are scanning somebody's head, and you can see the shape of the head, right? Yes, that's the brain. That's the brain here. Okay, that's the mouth. That's the nose. Okay. So we are able to capture images of any part of the body. Okay. Does anybody have a question for me?
No, please.
Yes. Okay. Mm.
Which part of the body is the magnet located?
Sorry.
So you said
Mm.
there's a little magnet in our body.
Yes.
So which part
Yes.
of the body is the
Okay.
magnet
Excellent
located?
question. All right. So hello, attention. Okay. How many of you know the amount of water we have in our body?
70%.
Perfect. Okay. Who knows the chemical symbol for water?
H20.
Perfect. Okay. So we have hydrogen and then we have oxygen. Okay. Now, if you take the hydrogen atom acts like a magnet. Okay. So it's the presence of the hydrogen atom in water and the presence of the water in our body that makes us act as magnets as well. So if you don't have water in your body, you not be the magnets. I hope you understand. Right. So it's the presence of hydrogen in water, which is present in our body. That is how the machine is able to form the images for us to see. Okay. But the strength is very small, very, very, very small. So much that if we touch a metal, we cannot attract magnets. Okay. But this machine has been designed to be able to pick up the least signal from the body for us to get our images. Okay. All right. Any other question? No question. Okay. Mm.
Please, if you get the images and if you get like the human brain, how are you going to see if there is a like a bleeding there?
Okay. All right. So in medical imaging, before you are allowed to sit here and scan any human being, you need to know there's a subject we call anatomy or human anatomy. Okay, that is knowledge of all parts of the human body. Okay, there's another subject we call physiology. That is knowledge of how all parts of the human body work. Okay, so you need to know the two of them. Once you know how, let's assume we are looking at the brain. Once you know how the normal brain appears, okay, when you scan someone and there's an abnormality, you should be able to see it. Okay, let's take a piece of paper. Once you take a plain A4 sheet, okay, you know how it appears. But if someone paints a color on it or puts a stain on the A4 sheet, once you pick it up, you know that no, there's something wrong with this A4 sheet. It's supposed to appear completely white. I hope you understand.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Mm.
Can you say that again?
Sir, please, I said what they are doing here.
Yeah.
Like they are scanning their head. Yeah.
Yes.
Please, does it attract from what they are doing?
Yes. So, whatever we are doing there. Okay. So let me just demonstrate this to you. Sorry. So we are scanning this person's brain, and we are scanning the eyes as well. Okay. So this particular one we are going to do is especially for the eye, but we need to know where the eye is before we can continue. So this is the eye. Okay. So we make sure our plan. So we use this to plan the area we want to scan. Okay. So we make sure it's on our area of interest. So without this big image, of the whole head, we'll not be able to see where the eyes are to scan. We are interested in scanning his eyes. So without having that big image of his entire head, we cannot tell where his eyes is, and we may have issues in our image quality. Okay. I hope you understand. I've answered your question. Okay. Right. Sorry.
What's wrong with the person?
Oh, I can't tell you that. So don't worry. Yeah. Oh, you can ask me the question.
Are there some side effects?
Okay. So when have you been to our X-ray units? Have you been to our CT scan unit? What do you remember from what my colleague told you? Anything?
Sir, please, I remember that CT means cardiothermography, and also the machine uses radiation to scan the human body.
That's what I want to hear. Okay. So when you go to X-ray, it also uses radiation. So CT, so it's computerized tomography. So CT uses X-ray. So let's assume we started from the X-ray units first. Okay. The CT machine you see there has that X-ray unit inside. That's cylindrical thing you saw, or that's a round structure you saw. That's donut shaped structure you saw. It has an X-ray machine inside it, so it rotates round inside the machine, but you see it's rotating. Okay. So it also uses X-ray radiation. Okay. Now when we come to MRI, we're using a magnetic field. Okay. So a magnet, if you have a solid magnet in your hand, okay, it has an immediate area around it where you feel a strong magnetic field. Okay. So let's say my hand is a magnet. Let's say this immediate area around my hand, if I bring a magnet close to start to attract it, okay, but if I pull it further away, we will not feel any attraction. So where the attraction starts from, that is a magnetic field. Okay. So this machine uses a magnetic field to produce the image in conjunction with, or in addition to, the magnets in your body. Okay.
What's the meaning of X-ray radiation?
So radiation in itself is a form of light. Okay. We classify light in several ways depending on the energy they carry. Okay. So there are several types of light. UV light, even so when you look at the rainbow, those different colors you see, they're all different types of lights. Okay. So it goes with energy. Now the normal light we have here is also a type of light, but the energy is not enough to produce an image. For an X-ray to produce an image, this light energy has to pass through your body and then hit a receptor. Then the image is formed for us to see. But this normal light doesn't have enough energy to pass through your body. Once you stand in front of it and there's a shadow created, it means that the energy is not strong enough to pass through you to form the image. So for an X-ray image to be formed, the light has to pass through your body before we can get our image. Okay.
So can chemistry also be a subject if you want to be a radiographer?
Yes. You should have all the basic sciences. What are the basic sciences? We have biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics. Okay, so you should have all these four basic sciences. You should be good at all of them, because for me, when I was in school, I was doing a lot of physics. Even though we are working with the human body, we should be thinking about biology, right? But I was doing a lot of physics because I needed to know much about physics, much about how radiation works before I'm able to work over here. Okay, so you should have all the 4 basic sciences and you should be able to do very well in them. Okay, right. So there are a lot of universities you can get to do this course. University of Ghana, UHAS, that's University of Health and Allied Sciences in Hull, Cape Coast University, I think UDS as well. There are lots of universities you can get to do this course. Okay, please just a moment. Any other question? Okay. So because of the way this machine works, it makes a lot of noise. So we usually give the patient something to cover the eyes, sorry, the ears, so that they don't hear too much of the noise. Now, and before you go inside we need to screen you to make sure there's nothing metallic in you. Because it's a magnet. Imagine taking a metal in there. What do you think will happen to the metal? Yes, it will be very good to be attracted. So, there are some people who have metals in some parts of their bodies. Maybe from a broken bone, they had to put a screw in there and all that. So, imagine such a person goes in with that. The machine might attract the metal. Okay. Yes. But there are certain metals in medicine which are friendly, which cannot be attracted. Is this coming? Okay. Which cannot be attracted by a magnet. Some of them are titanium. If you do your chemistry, when you get somewhere, you know more about titanium. It's an alloy of different metals, okay, but it's not able to attract. The machine will not attract it when you take in there. So, in medical purposes, when they are doing bone surgeries, they use these kind of metals in there. And if anyone comes with that kind of metal, it is safe to go through an MRI, but not any other type of metal. Okay, all right. Any other question? All right. Okay.
I have a question.
All right.
So when you detect a rupture in the brain, what can be done to sustain the patient?
Okay.
Has something been done to stop the bleeding or to
All right. All right.
the patient to survive?
Okay. Okay. First of all, we need to know. So there are blood vessels in the brain. Okay. We need to know which blood vessel has been ruptured. Now, if it's one of the small blood vessels, then it is easier to manage. But if it's a major blood vessel, sometimes you have to go through surgery to stop the bleeding, and it has to be done as soon as possible. Now, what is the function of blood? Blood is to supply the oxygen, the food, and everything to all parts of the body. Okay, so imagine blood stops flowing to a part of your brain. That part of the brain will not receive any nourishment, do not receive any oxygen, and that part of the brain might die. Okay, so in such a situation, you have to handle it as quickly as possible by going through surgery. Okay, right. All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is the last part of our video. Yes. So we are now on the Adomi Bridge. That's our bus coming. So we are now moving. You can see everything about the Adomi Bridge. Wow, very nice place. We have learned a lot today. Educational tour, Ultimate International School from Tabora, Alaji, Accra. Very, very, very nice. Wow. Wow. Wow, very, very nice. Wow. I'm enjoying it. Wow. This is the bridge. This is the bridge. This is the car. This is the bridge. This is our bus coming. This is the bridge. You can see everything clear. Wow. Wow. Yes, please. Wow. Wow. This is the last part of the bridge. Yes, you can see everything clear. Wow. You can see everything clear. Adomi Bridge. Eastern region. Precise. Yes, please. Wow. 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 That's a very nice. Okay, so now, Sir Kevin, we have come to the end of what? Our tour. The last part is what? Atimpoku. That's what? Adomi Bridge. So what do you have for the parents that are watching or that will watch this video?
What I'll tell my parents is, first of all, let's give thanks to the Almighty God for a successful trip from all the way from Accra to the educational tour is very inspirational. And the sceneries we've gone to, I think the children have learned a lot of things. And parents, I know when they come back to the house, what they'll come and tell you, you'll be excited and you'll be marvelous with whatever they've learned so far.
Because
I also learned a lot of things.
when we saw some of but at the normal not to what the museum